Hello there. Today I'm going to be reviewing a Nedd's iced coffee whilst talking about finding meaning and purpose in your life. Because, as I get older, I've done a lot of things. I've drunk a lot of iced coffees. I've had a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of tears, a lot of laughter, a lot of amazing things, a lot of absolutely awful things. And I thought I would just express some of my feelings on life while I reviewed a Nedd's iced coffee. The reason why I thought I could talk about the meaning and purpose of life and find fulfillment and direction was with Nedd's iced coffee is that obviously Nedd Brockman, if you don't know, he's an Australian who's done some amazing things just by trying something different and listening to his heart. Because too many of us listen to this old noggin up here, this noggin that tells you how to not do things and how to find things, reasons not to do things. And sometimes when you listen to your heart, that's where the magic truly is. And Nedd Brockman, he listened to his heart, and he's also, because of that, been able to make a delicious, hopefully, iced coffee. I'm going to drink it today. First of all, how good's this design? How different is that? Nedd's iced coffee. We've got the 1970s acid trip type style typography. It's 500 mils, and I'm just going to read what it's all about up here. So 26 grams of protein in 500 mils. Big caffeine hit, tastes good, does good. Each bottle gives back. So why is it each bottle giving back? Nedd's iced coffee. Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to read it for you. Raising $10 million to help our friends on the street with Mobilize. So, you weapon is what it says. Can you see that? I'll just show it to you. You weapon. You weapon. Nice job choosing the iced coffee that tastes good and does good. Tastes good because you can't beat a nice coffee. Does good because it gives back to Aussies experiencing homelessness. So get into it. You've earned it. Let's go. And then he signed it personally. I think he signed every single bottle in the country, which is a big effort. And there's a QR code. If you want to, can you scan it? You could probably scan it. It probably takes you to something amazing like a pigeon swimming with a cat. I'm not sure. But yes, so Nedd Brockman, obviously, if you don't know, he's an Australian. He was a Sparky. He wasn't really happy with his job as being a Sparky. He was putting on a few kilos and he decided to start running. He went for a kilometre run. That was pretty hard, but next day he went for 2Ks, 3Ks, and he just started keep running and running and running. He started losing all the weight, started getting addicted to running. And then one day, I think he was on his way to work and he saw a homeless guy basically on the street, started talking to him and started sort of seeing more homeless people on the street. Eyes opened up and he started to do something. When he was a full-time Sparky, he decided, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a marathon every day for 50 days straight just after work. So he would get up, go from work from 7 to 4 as a Sparky, and then he would come home and he would go and run a marathon. I think he ran them all around the Centennial Park. I might have just made that up. But because of that, and he was doing it to raise money, and this is where is it? Mobilize, see that? Mobilize came in. He heard of this small, tiny little charity that was raising money for homelessness. He thought, I'll donate all the money to Mobilize. And he started raising tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he decided to go, this is what it's all about. I love this running thing. I love raising money. I love making a difference. And at the end of every run, from what I can tell, he would then go and have an iced chocolate or an iced coffee. Hence why we've ended up with this thing. Because after they did a few more other charity runs, and then he did his big one, which was he ran across, I'm sure you know the story. He started in Perth in Australia, ran across Australia. I think it took him 47 days. He aimed to break the world record. He fell short, but he did raise $2 million as he did. He started off in Perth, a couple of people just sort of randomly clapping and cheering him, went across the entire country, broke his body into a million pieces. When he got to Sydney, all of a sudden, there were thousands and thousands of people there. I think they even had to shut down Bondi Beach because there were so many people. He told his story on the social medias as he went along, and he raised millions of dollars, and that's when he went, this is what I need to do with my life. He's no longer a Sparky. Just recently tried to break the world record for fastest time to run 1,000 miles. Again, he failed at breaking the world record. He aimed to do it in 10 days. I think it took him 14 days, which is still insane. Raised millions and millions and millions of dollars for homeless people through Mobilize, which is an incredible effect. And that is what I'm going to talk about, which is finding meaning and purpose in your life. Because of that, because of all these exploits he did for charity, not to make money, but for charity, he now has an iced coffee and an iced chocolate in every single supermarket in Australia, and lots of servos. He has all these sponsorship deals. He basically probably gets paid tens of thousands of dollars to just give speeches. He earns a really good living, but he hasn't actually had to go out, I'm going to do this thing that's going to make me money. I'm going to do this thing that helps other people. And that is what's so beautiful about it. So let's taste what this drink is like. Makes a nice sound. What's the aroma like? Ooh, that smells really excellent. Let's go. First taste of Nedd's iced coffee, 500 mils. Oh, that is velvet. That is like a velvet down the throat. That is excellent. That is really, really excellent. Now we're going to analyze, as we always do, the sugar content on these things, because the thing about iced coffee is very high in sugar to make it so delicious. So I think so far there we had a Farmers Union 600 mils with 54 grams of sugar. Somehow got a 3.5-star health rating. And then there was a Nippy's, also did I say 600 grams? 600 mils is what I meant. 600 mil carton of Farmers Union was 54 grams of sugar. Farmers Union, man, I am struggling today. Nippy's 500 mils, bottle was 40 grams. I had a Guatemalan rainbow blend from Boss, 179 mils, bizarre size, was about 12 grams of sugar. And this one, 500 mils, is 37.5 grams of sugar in it. So the people like Nedd Brockman can get away with drinking something like this every day. I want to tell you how. I want to tell you why. When you exercise for hours upon hours upon hours every day, guess what? You can eat pretty much what you want. Have you ever heard that story of the greatest swimmer in history, Michael Phelps? I think he won 23 gold medals, maybe 28 medals at the Olympics. Anyway, he's won more gold medals than most countries have won. And his diet was just so much food because he's training 7-8 hours a day. If you train like an absolute bastard, you can drink stuff like this. You can get that protein hit that you're looking for along with multiple grams of sugar and you'll be all right. But if you sit on your couch all day eating chips and stuff, you're going to get fat. Get up and get moving and get exercise and find your reason for being, for moving and for doing things, which is what Nedd Brockman did. That's what I got to talk about. You need to find something. And I found it in my life that when you do something that isn't just about doing something for yourself, you feel better. It's as simple as that. I mean, I've done lots of things in my life where, I've done something for myself and it's made me feel good, but you can't really share it with anyone. It doesn't have any depth to it. But when you do something, say you do something for 20 people, and you go out of your way to help 20 people. So what have you done? You've helped 20 people, but you haven't actually helped 20 people. You've helped 21 people. You've helped yourself more. And that's what it's about. When you help other people, you help yourself more than if you just help yourself. And that's where you find meaning and direction in your life. That's why when you have kids, all of a sudden you have a greater purpose in life. Find that greater purpose and you will find magical things. You will find calmness, you'll find stillness, and you'll find gratitude and pride in yourself that you probably wouldn't have if you just did something for yourself. And that's what this Nedd Brockman bloke has done. He's found his meaning and his purpose by doing something for other people, not for money, not for recognition, but to help. And by helping, he's raised millions of dollars. He's helped so many people. He's inspired so many people to get up and go running as well. The great thing about this Nedd's iced coffee, it is a delicious drink. I'm gonna have another sip now. I'm talking too much. I need to drink more because this is really good. Because my background, I've done a lot of, marketing and advertising, launched products and done all sorts of things, right? And the genius thing about the way this was launched is they didn't have much money to launch it. because he's just a one bloke. Come up with this idea. He's now trying to expand his empire. And Nedd Brockman was really well known for getting up for runs at 4 o'clock in the morning, then running like 100 Ks. And so the launch of the iced coffee in all the different cities in Australia was a really simple idea. He went on his Instagram and he posted, "Who wants a free iced coffee? See you at 4 o'clock in the morning." And you know what happened? Any other brand had done that, no one would turn up. But because he had built his brand on meaning and purpose and helping other people and getting out of your comfort zone and making things happen, hundreds and sometimes thousands of people turned up for a morning run and a free iced coffee. How good is that? You know what's awesome about that? There'll be so many people that then would have had lots and lots of these iced coffees afterwards. Not just because it's a delicious drink, but because they believe in something. They believe in Nedd and they believe in the power of doing something good. And all those people, he's given away free iced coffee. They've probably all bought 20, 30, 50, 100 iced coffees ever since then. It's absolute genius. And it's really by being selfless that amazing things can happen in your life. Amazing things like producing a delicious iced coffee like old Neddy Brockman has. I love the design of this. It's so cool. It's so cool. Funny thing is, it would actually be cheap to produce the design because it's two colours. It's just the brown and the black. Obviously the white's just part of it. And that's smart. That's probably, we haven't got as much money as the big boys. Let's keep it simple. Come up with a great design. Often the limitations in life are what make things beautiful. That's what I've discovered in my life. Let's have some more because this is excellent. Shake well, consume it in 3 days of opening. There's no way after I've opened this, it's going to take me 3 days to consume it. I'm going to knock it off in a few minutes because it's awesome. It's Primo Trocadero. I love Nedd's iced coffee. And the thing is about it, look, I love it. I've had so many of these. In fact, the last few Christmases, I've asked for my kids for Christmas presents, just buy me some Nedd's iced coffee. But I do wonder, if it didn't have the whole story wrapped around it, would I love it as much? Is it the backstory of Nedd? Is it the inspiration that he gives? Does that make it even better than just if it was in a plain box? That's the interesting thing about positioning and marketing and design and stuff. It can make you feel things that maybe you don't necessarily gonna think you feel, but you Jedi mind trick into believing something bigger. It's interesting. It's genius, the way things can be marketed. And that's why you market things with heart, and hopefully it's gonna stand out more. Because people, every time I have a drink of this, you think of Nedd busting his ass, trying to break world records, failing every time to break a world record. He hasn't broken a world record. He's failed each time, but he's succeeded in so much more ways. He's helped so many people. People who hold the world records, name them. They probably haven't raised millions of dollars. They probably haven't got an amazing social Instagram following. They probably haven't got a drink, a product named after him, sponsorships, because he went and did it not for himself, but for the greater good. Finding meaning in his life. And you can find meaning in your life too if you just stop and think, what's the most important stuff in my life? Where can I help people? I've got a few examples in my life that, should I talk about? Would it be too self-indulgent? If you want, you can read about them. I've got a website. You can go to it. Go to stuffbyalexdevelopment.com. Why not? I've done cool stuff. I should talk about it. And all the stuff I've done that's made me feel good. It's all by helping. It's really that simple. I mean, that is the meaning of life. Help others. Spread love. Drink delicious iced coffees. Now, I've been talking a lot about the meaning of life and finding purpose and all those highfalutin concepts, but I probably haven't talked enough about the deliciousness of this. This is excellent. This is Primo Trocadero to the max. Do I look like Nedd? Is it low fat? Let's leave it. It's milk. It's milk, 61%, 30% skim milk. I wonder how they come up with that concoction. There's a lot of trial and error probably. I did read that Nedd had a lot of input into the design of this, and I think he has done an excellent job because it's not too cloying on the mouth. It's a lot of sugar. There's a tinge, an undertone of headache coming on, but that's okay. It's to be expected when you're imbibing 37 grams of sugar in a short amount of time. It really is really smooth. It's really excellent. And it makes you think about deeper things. Seeing his face. You feel like you want to do something good. You feel like you want to do something good. And that's where you're going to find meaning in life. Think about what you like in life. Nedd thought about, he started running, he went, I like running. As he was running, he would see homeless people and go, I want to help those people. What did he do? He did running to help people. It's simple. I think about it in my life. My daughter has epilepsy. She loved a teddy bear that she got given from an epilepsy company. So what did I do? I sold a teddy bear for Epilepsy Action Australia that raised $80,000. Combined my two skills, two things that I was passionate about. I did that. I'm a footy mad person. I love footy. I hate racism. I figured out maybe there's a way I can make a statue of the iconic moment Australian footballer Nicky Wimmer was being racially abused, and he turned to the crowd, pulled up his jumper and said, I'm black and I'm proud. An iconic photo. And I went, I need to do something about it. And that has meant so much more to me than anything I've ever done at work. All the side projects I've done in my life have given me meaning, have given me hope, and have given me a boost. By helping others, I have helped myself so much, and you can do it too. Anyone can do it. I know that's pop psychology. There's no depth to it. It's really obvious. If you help other people, you will help yourself. So be selfish. That's my greatest advice, is be selfish and help others. And then you'll help yourself. And then help yourself to one of these out of the fridge, out of your local Servo or Coles or Woolies. I think they started in Woolies. I think they're now in Coles. I think they're in Servos now. The empire is spreading. Let's go. This is a 9.4. I'm saying it. It's 9.4 out of 10. I don't know if there's going to be anything that gets to a 10 out of 10, because this is excellent. The only reason I'm docking it 0.6% or 0.6 out of 10 is the slight frontal cranial buzz of headache that I've got going now. I could feel it in my temples just a little bit, not a lot. Like that Farmers Union, I was in a bad place after that, let me tell you. But this, I don't feel so bad. This is a 9.4 out of 10. And I know that at least I'm doing something a little bit good. Probably bugger all good in the big scheme of things. But it's still better than just making a rich company even richer. At least they're giving a little bit of something to our homeless friends who are probably homeless through no fault of their own, through circumstance. So get out there. Do stuff for others. Be unselfish by being selfish by helping others. Do you know what I mean? It's quite a confusing thing. It's counterintuitive to say, be selfish and you'll help yourself. But if you are selfish about helping other people, you're going to help yourself more than if you just help yourself. So it's selfish in a way, but it's not selfish if you just go and do the right thing. You know what I mean? Maybe you've had too much caffeine. Maybe you've had too much sugar, and I'm not making as much sense as I did about 2 minutes ago. So I reckon scan back about 2 minutes, then I had logical sense on an emotional realm that had depth to it. And now I'm just talking gibberish at you, and I should probably end this video because it's bloody hot down here today. It's almost 40 degrees. Maybe I'm heat stroking in the brain department. 9.4 out of 10. Good on you, Nedd. Let's go. This is my favorite one so far. No doubt about it. I would love a sponsorship deal. So please, I'm going to tag you in it somehow. I don't know if you can tag on YouTube. I don't know. I'm old and dumb. What I do know is that it's an extra nice coffee. I love every single person, the thousands and millions of people who watch these videos. And by that, I mean myself and my family and nobody else. This is a very good drink. Love you all. Let's go. Nedd's life. Choose helping other people, and meaning will flow into your life. There is nothing more certain than that.